It's because she's at an emotional low point. She wants to use you as a tool to prop her up, to give her a jolt of self-esteem, of validation, of feeling desirable. Your ex-girlfriend will never reach out to you when she's at her best. Women reach out to their ex-boyfriends when they are at their worst. When she is flying high and she's at her peak and everything is going well for her, she's not thinking about you and the relationship you had 3 years ago. But when she's feeling low, when everything's going wrong and she's feeling bad about herself, then suddenly you pop into her head and she thinks, maybe I should reach out to him. Be very careful. In those crucial moments after you receive that text, you are very vulnerable. Seeing her text, seeing her name is going to trigger all kinds of stuff in your brain. You know how casinos specifically design their slot machines to give you constant hits of serotonin to keep you sitting there, keep you gambling, keep you losing all your money? Or the social media companies like Facebook designed their user interface, designed their notification system so that when you get a notification, you open up their stupid app and you scroll through it, wasting your time. Think of a text from your ex-girlfriend in the exact same way. You see her name and a rush of emotions comes back to you. You remember the good times, the laughter, the closeness, the sex. It all hits you at once. It's very powerful and it's very disorientating. Emotions that you haven't felt in years come surging back, mixed with excitement and curiosity and nostalgia. Stop. Take a moment. Don't respond straight away. Consider all of the factors that are making you vulnerable to making an emotional decision rather than a rational one. For example, did she dump you? And is your pride hurt? Because if so, your brain is going to latch onto this as an opportunity to heal your wounded pride. She may have been the one who broke up with you, but look here, now she's the one reaching out to you. Maybe this is a chance to even the scales. Or are you potentially feeling guilty? Are you thinking about all of the mistakes that you made in the relationship? In which case, you're thinking, hey, maybe this is a chance to redeem myself. Or are you currently at a low point in your life? Things aren't going well, you're not getting dates, but then suddenly your ex-girlfriend reaches out to you and you think, hey, things used to be good with her. She used to find me attractive. Maybe this is my ticket out of my current situation. Maybe I can start things up with her again, reestablish some sense of normalcy. I understand the temptation, but she is your ex for a reason. Do you want to be going forward with life or moving backward? Don't just remember the good times. Don't look back on your relationship with rose-colored glasses. Remember the fights, remember the arguments, remember all of the reasons that it didn't work out last time. And also consider, why is she reaching out to you now? The chances are she's not reaching out to you as the end result of a long thought out, rational, cognitive process. It is unlikely that she has intelligently weighed all the factors, processed all of the data, and then come up with the conclusion that the best course of action is to see you again. If you believe that, then you're giving women and just human beings in general too much credit. In 99% of cases, this decision is not a rational one that she's making, it's emotional. Maybe she just got dumped by her current boyfriend. Or maybe she's been on a few dates with a guy, but he won't text her back. Or maybe her best friend is getting married and she's feeling rotten about being single. It is at that point, when she's at that emotional low, that she decided to reach out to you again. She's not reinitiating contact as a favor to you, trying to do something nice for you. Her motivations are entirely selfish. She wants to make herself feel better. Or more accurately, she wants you to make her feel better. You used to kiss her, you used to tell her she was beautiful, you used to make her feel loved and desirable, and she wants all those feelings again. She's not thinking about what impact this is going to have on you, whether it's going to stir up old feelings that you have, give you false hope, false expectations. She doesn't consider that. As long as you serve her purpose, giving her that emotional boost and making her feel desirable again, she's going to be happy and satisfied. I understand that I'm painting a very dark picture here, and not all women are this selfish. Shout out to all you high quality women. I'm just warning you against the worst case scenario, and I'm trusting that you're intelligent enough to know when this applies and when there's an exception. But even with that disclaimer, women reaching out to their ex-boyfriends when they're at an emotional low is more common than you think. Life's not going well, and in the moment, she's feeling bad. She's feeling emotionally drained and undesirable, and she thinks, where can I find some positive emotions? Where can I get some self-esteem back? She reaches out to her ex-boyfriend without any thought of what the consequences are going to be for him. She's just got a singular purpose. I want to feel good now. So ask yourself, do you want to be used as a prop? Do you want to be vulnerable just so she can feed herself from your validation? Do you want to talk to somebody when they're at their worst, at their lowest? If you're still tempted to see your ex again, let me give you this little test, and you can use this if you want to find out whether or not her offer to meet up is real and genuine, or if it's just an emotional knee-jerk decision she made. The test is easy. You just don't respond to her straight away. You can text her back saying, "Oh, I'm busy right now, I'll hit you back later," or even just stay silent. Then, in a few days or maybe a week's time, you text her back and you see how her response is now. Here's why this works. If she is genuine about your relationship and her reaching out to you is the result of a rational, thought-out process, then she's going to be as enthusiastic to speak to you in a week's time as she is at the moment when she texts you. It also has the added bonus of giving you an additional week to think things through, to clear your head and find out what it is that you want to do. But if her reaching out to you is not genuine, it's just the desperate behavior of somebody who was at an emotional low point and wanted to use you to boost her own self-esteem, then in a week's time, she will have lost interest. She will have moved on. In the moment, she was feeling down and she immediately reached out to you because she wanted that instant gratification. She wanted that validation. But a week later, she's no longer going to be in that same emotional space. And so when you text her back, you're going to see from her response that she has moved on. There will be exceptions and you need to use your best judgment, of course. But as a general rule, ex-girlfriends are ex-girlfriends for a reason. It's best to keep them that way. Some guys have a preference that their partner is a stay-at-home mother, and that's fine if you have that preference, but I think you need to be aware that in the modern context, that choice brings with it a huge number of dangers. You know, she feels bored, she feels isolated, she resents you, she resents the children, she has an affair, she gets addicted to online social media, she becomes an activist. I mean, there's a whole lot that goes with it. Anyway, exploring all of that, telling you how to mitigate those dangers, what to look out for, it's the topic of my latest Patreon video. You want to see that? Then go and sign up. It's just $5 a month, tremendous value, heaps of exclusive videos. Hope to see you over there.